Welcome back, everyone, to another edition of Combat Corner, powered by Come On Now, the podcast. I am your host, Rudy Rodriguez Showmont. Before we jump in, please be sure to like, subscribe, and follow. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit subscribe, hit the bell so you get all the up-to-the-minute content, notifications. And I thank you all who have already been on board with me for continuing to support this channel. Please don't hesitate to watch these combat videos as we're growing these combat sports. I know I do lots of other stuff too, but combat is where my soul is. I love watching MMA, BKFC, combat sports. It is how I roll. As you know, I cover BKFC directly. I tried to get credentials to the UFC event in Miami. I'm not there yet, but we'll get there soon. I appreciate everyone's continued support of the channel. I want to talk about UFC 314 and the fight between Paddy Pimblett and Michael Chandler. Paddy Pimblett, gotta say, man, this dude, he is making moves. He is now 7-0 in the UFC. And when you look at what he is accomplishing, this is not the guy that realistically lost to Jared Gordon. He got that gifted win against Jared Gordon at UFC 282 that, I mean, I don't know a person who thought he won, yet somehow he ended up with a unanimous decision. But from that point on, he beat Tony Ferguson, who, yeah, was washed, but he still beat him. He beat King Green, Bobby King Green, now King Green. He beat the brakes off this dude. Like, it wasn't that he beat him, it's how he beat him. And King Green is not known for getting just absolutely starched out or pieced up, or I mean, just get dominated. Doesn't get dominated all that often. I can only remember a handful of fights where he's been dominated, and it's been the best of the best. I mean, the Islam Makhachev fight, for example. He did have a fight with Dustin Poirier. His last fight after the Paddy Pimblett fight with Mauricio Rufy was a pretty rough one. That spinning wheel kick was not good, and the Jalen Turner fight that he lost via knockout. But for the most part, when he loses, I mean, they're good fights. You know, he took 3 rounds of Fiziev, 3 rounds of Trinaldo, 3 rounds Ricard Close, 3 rounds Rashid Magomedov, 3 rounds Edson Barbosa. You know, he takes guys the distance. He's a tough fighter. Um, but man, oh man, when Pimlet busted him up, you're like, whoa, this is one of those things where people keep counting this dude out. And I'm one of them. I picked Michael Chandler to win. I thought for sure Chandler was going to win because I thought that Pimlet would walk in there with his head all up and he would get caught. And he didn't do that. And I think that's a maturation of fighting. Um, Question is, how is Pimlet's diet? Is he still getting fat between fights, like really fat? I don't know if he got really fat between this fight now and in his last fight with King Green, but he fought Chandler and he absolutely dominated him. And whether you could sit here and say, well, Chandler's 2-4 in his last six, now he's 2-5 and whatever, it doesn't matter. It's not about what he is, it's about what he did. Understand, it's not about what he is, it's about what Paddy Pimblett did. There is a difference. Michael Chandler's losses are not to bums. He lost to Charles Oliveira. He lost to Dustin Poirier. And he lost to Justin Gaethje. He lost to 3 of the top 4 fighters in the world in the division. The fourth is Islam Makhachev, the current champion. So it's not like he's losing to bums. He's losing to the best of the best. And when you look at it from that perspective, you understand that, yeah, well, I think Chandler should probably call it quits because he's about to be 39 and he get pieced up too much. And if his goal is to be a champion, he's not going to get there. If he wants to keep fighting, but he's not fighting to get a chance to fight for a belt. He's fighting to fight. But Paddy Pimblett absolutely destroyed him. It was a beatdown. It was a bludgeoning. It was a control. The leg kicks led to this, led to that. The leg kicks led to forcing Chandler to wrestle. Chandler gets his back. He slides him off his back. He dominates him. He busts him up. He outstrikes him. He out everything him, controlled him, pushed him backward. I mean, and he adjusted in how he comes in. Like he had his head more tucked in, which obviously keeps you from getting knocked out as much. But man, I gotta say, Paddy Pimblett looked fantastic. And when people are saying, "Oh, well, he's calling out XYZ," well, and he ain't beat nobody. Well, that's not. First of all, he's ranked 12th. I don't know what they bumped him up to now. He just beat the 7th ranked guy in the world. So what else is there to do? Like, who else is he gonna fight? Look at the rankings right now. He moved up to 8th. He passed Beneil Dariush. He passed Fiziev. He passed Moicano. Chandler dropped to 12th. You got Dan Hooker. Could that be a fight? Yeah, I guess. I think he would dominate Dan Hooker personally. Matus Gamrot, maybe. But yeah, why else would he not call out Poirier, Gaethje, or Oliveira, Sarukian? Like, why would he not? Why would he not call those guys out? Max Holloway, just got. I mean, you could, but there's obviously going to be, from what's been reported, a potential fight with Max Holloway and Dustin Poirier in New Orleans later this summer for Poirier's final fight, which I think is very dangerous because if he wins, he's not going to retire. He's going to think that he's back in the conversation for the title. That's just how these guys are. But he's beaten Holloway twice already, so he probably feels very confident in that fight. The fight that's going to be made more than likely is Paddy Pimblett versus Justin Gaethje. That's the fight that's going to get made. And I don't know that Gaethje wants that fight. You saw video footage of their faces after he won that fight. You saw Poirier. There was a video of Poirier. There was a video of Gaethje. Gaethje and Poirier look like, man, I don't want to deal with that shit. These guys are getting older. He's 30 years old. He's younger. And this is just some of the stuff that if you look at from post-fight on his Instagram page, you take a look right here.
Yeah, it's great now.
Oh, dude.
Do you like that?
Wow.
Do you like that?
You look
So,
great.
didn't I? That's how we roll, man.
Everybody keeps doubting you, man.
Everyone, and then we prove them wrong every time.
Congrats.
Yes, Joe.
Fantastic. Spectacular. You look fantastic, man.
Thank you.
Really good, brother.
I'm gonna stop counting you out. You're fucking badass, bro. Honestly,
No,
respect, man.
Yeah, it's great now.
Think about that. It's Israel Adesanya. That's Israel Adesanya telling Paddy Pimblett, I'm going to stop counting you out. Like, no, I don't know that anyone expected him to win that fight. Genuinely, I don't know that anybody expected him to win that fight. For real. And, I mean, this is what it looked like the whole fight. This is what the fight looked like. It was a thumping, bro. It was a certifiable thumping. Let me find the one to put up right here. Where would it be? Let's do this again. Right here. So, I mean, that's what it looked like a lot of this fight. I mean, he beat him up and, ground and pound right there. And this was, I think, towards the end of the fight, actually. No, this might have been early, actually, because I don't see him busted up like he was later on. But this is how a lot of the fight looked. I mean, that's just dominant, man. He thoroughly dominated him. There's another thing right, and there's one thing right here that I thought was pretty cool. Right here, this looks like his family on a boat. Right there, I live in South Florida. That's the same day. I can't even tell where Paddy is. That's the fight. And I gotta be real about this whole thing, man. I wasn't a fan of his braggadocio bullshit early on because I wasn't impressed with whatever he was doing. But I gotta say, these last two fights have started to endear him to me. Like he's become more endearing. Because even after this, there was a video where it shows him going into Chandler's locker room, shaking hands with Chandler, respecting the wife, the kid. I mean, it was previous to the stuff with Dana White, and so you got to see that he has a respect for his opponents. He knows that fighting a guy like Chandler will elevate his career. So he's become more endearing now. I had to have interest in this conversation with Colby Covington and him, and maybe that's a fight to make. I mean, he won't have to cut as much weight. It's definitely a fight that people would buy. It's a fight people would buy. So, but I think that do I think he's a championship contender right now? No. But I think he's doing the right things and he's getting a lot better. And this is not the guy that we saw against Jared Gordon a couple of years ago. It's a different guy. Was it a couple of years ago at this point? How many years? How long has it been? December of 22. Yeah. This is not the same guy from 2 years and 4 months ago, 5 months ago. This is a different dude. And so salute to Paddy Pimblett. That was a hell of a performance. And I do think that we need to see one of these guys fight him. They got to fight him. Or I want to see him fight Colby Covington because I would love to see that. I think that would sell big time. But you let me know your thoughts in the comments. I appreciate y'all. This is Rudy's. This is Combat Corner. Powered by Come On Now, the podcast. Like, subscribe, follow, leave a comment. Let me know what you think. I appreciate y'all. Come on now.